So now, we have two other types of slope to talk about before we end. Okay. I gave you a hint, I think. If I didn't, can you guess what the next type of slope we're going to talk about? Or at least one of the two. We talked about positive. We talked about negative, right? So if we're going along the number line, we got positive numbers, we got negative numbers. Who's that joker in between? Okay? Zero. What does it mean to have zero slope? Okay? Zero slope. If you think of it in terms of like an incline, right? Zero slope means that you're not climbing and you're not declining. You're just moving in the same, in one direction. You're just running or walking or whatever, and you're going horizontal. So in terms of money, okay, let's say that we start at this value right here. It doesn't matter where we start, right? But let's start at something high, okay? So let's say we got a nice amount of money, and over time, we stay at that doggone same amount. It's like, okay, if I put away my money, right, I'd like to see what? An increase. I'd like to, positive, right? But in this case, we're staying at the same value, all right? We're staying stagnant. Nobody really likes that in terms of money. So that's how you can think of it in terms of money or physically. Zero slope is no change when it comes to the rise, right? No change in rise. However, we did have a change in run. So we just keep running right here, but from this point A to point B, we had a run, but we had zero rise. So 0 over any number gives you 0. Okay? Now, we've talked about 3 types of slope. We have just one more to go. Okay, before I write it down, can you guess what the last type of slope is? That's a big word. You're probably like, okay, it's not that big. Okay, undefined, all right? Sometimes we call it infinite slope, undefined. Okay, I see it better when I see infinite in terms of infinite. I understand infinite, infinity, more than I do undefined. So in order to remember undefined, think of it in terms of infinity. And so let's see what we mean by that. Okay, so let's say that, let's say we start off at this point in time. We start here with some money, okay, and time actually, what did I say earlier? It doesn't stand still. Time goes on and on and on, and it never stops. Okay, so if somebody comes along and says that, hey, you can have a certain amount of money, and then in an instant, if you leave your money with me, we've seen the episodes on American Greed. If you leave your money with me, I can make you a trillionaire, right? Okay, overnight, instantly, okay? That sounds kind of shady. That sounds kind of off. That sounds impossible. Well, that's kind of what an undefined slope is. It's not possible for you to have a change like this realistically. So again, I'm talking in terms of time versus money, okay? If this was an x-axis and this is a y-axis and we're talking about, going into more detail, that's different. But as of right now, we're just going to keep it simple. So in terms of money and time, if I can draw a straight line. Okay, why do y'all tell me this line was not straight? Y'all probably laughing right now. She can't draw a straight line to stay from right. Okay, so in this case, we have what is it? Rise, right? We have a difference in this direction, but we don't have any run. Okay, so we have rise, but no run. So here, the rise has a value, but the run is 0. Uh-oh. What's the problem here, y'all? Okay? I just told you we had a value here. We could put anything here, okay? We could put 2, 10, 2 million, okay, for the sake of simplicity. Let's put 3, okay? And I just told you that the run is what? It's 0. We didn't go anywhere. Uh-oh. What's wrong with that, y'all? We're trying to do what? Divide by 0. Oh, that's a no-no. In math, that's a no-no. And without going into too much detail, going into calculus, talking about limits and all that good stuff, let's just put it this way. Whenever you see someone trying to divide by 0, or a situation where 0 is in the denominator, automatically undefined. You don't even have to think about it. Okay? And technically, this goes to infinity. Okay? So, okay, and that's it. So we have our 4 types of slope. We went over 4 types. Positive, negative, 0, and undefined. Okay? I hope that helps as far as understanding slope a little bit better. Next, we'll go over lines and tie that in with slope. Okay?